Hi, I'm Ron, and this is my damn show. Let's get into it.
It's very simple. I would just describe it as social democracy.
Okay.
So anybody can go to the Wikipedia page for social democracy and read through it, and that's basically what my beliefs are. So I believe in meritocracy.
Okay.
You might be surprised to hear that, right? But I want the floor to be a reasonable floor. So I want people to have the basics met, and then from that, then you achieve the most that you can. So in other words, if we're running a 100-yard dash, I want everybody starting at the 0-yard line. I don't want somebody at the negative 40-yard line and then Mitt Romney's son at the 85-yard line. I want to have a fair race. I want a real meritocracy. So that means I want everybody to have health care. I want everybody to have education. I want everybody to have the option potentially of going to, say, trade school. I want a living wage for people. So if they work a full-time job, they make enough money to survive. It's very basic stuff that I'm talking about here. I'm talking about what I think the best countries in the world at this point have already achieved. If you look at the Scandinavian countries, a lot of those countries, they provide the basics for people, but then they also rank high in, and I think you guys will appreciate this, economic freedom. So a lot of these countries score higher on like free market principles than our country does. So they cut all the red tape that you can cut when it comes to business, but they also have the basics met for everybody. That's all I want. I just want everybody to, get out what you put in, because certainly in the system we have right now, I think people feel like they're getting a raw deal because they are.
So let's just use a different example. We both make $10,000 as a bonus at the end of the year. We work for the exact same job. I spend my money and max out my 401k and pay off my credit card bills and save some money.
Yeah, that's more responsible.
Okay, you go spend half of it at the club, go to South Beach, spend it at partying at 11 in South Beach, big club, and you spend money on strippers and cocaine and have the time of your life. God bless you.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Invite me next time. However, to say that those people should, their kids or the byproduct of their family should have the exact same situation, I have a major problem with, because you have the ability to make the decisions. This isn't government handouts.
No, but
you both got a $10,000 bonus.
But out of curiosity, do you think the kid that happens to have asshole parents, so you think there should be like some sort of punishment associated with that?
What do you mean asshole parents?
Let me ask you.
Parents who made better decisions.
The one who is irresponsible.
No, made better financial decisions.
No. I'm saying the person who was irresponsible, the parents who partied on South Beach or whatever, and they had their kid, and that kid is behind the eight ball, obviously, because they don't have the most responsible parents in the world.
Correct.
So where's the disconnect here? Do you think that kid shouldn't have health care, shouldn't have education? Like, what do you think they shouldn't have?
I'm just saying that you want to give free health care, free college, and make sure these...
Now, this clip here, it was a few years old, but not that old. And it's what America tells us it's supposed to be. And Kyle's right on point with it. It's what the Scandinavian countries and most European countries are, but we keep telling the world that we are, but we aren't. You know that shining city on the hill? It's really more what, a lot of European, especially Scandinavian countries are. With the actual opportunities for everyone. And the universal health care. And never mind even that, we're actually going backwards. We're happily going back to 1930 with the Trump administration. Everything all those people fought for, just to get somewhat equal rights. These horrible people want to take us backwards. But Kyle's point, it's a basic starting point, It's like with gun laws. Reasonable gun laws. Over 90% of the people in this country want reasonable background checks. Reasonable gun laws that every other first world country on this planet has. But we can't get it because the Republicans have rigged the system. They've gerrymandered so much since Obama had that big majority in 2008. And the gun lobbyists just line their pockets so much. There's no way they'll ever vote against what the gun lobby wants. And they're so dishonest and so corrupt that, they don't care what you want. They've never, learned a lesson. They lost the election, that big Obama election, and they didn't say, well, hey, we need to change the way we're thinking here. No. What they decided to do is change the voting system. Suppress as much as they can and gerrymander as much as they can, which is what they're trying to do now. But that's all I have this episode. Thanks for watching.